Hey everybody, Qroo here. Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between sentir and sentirse, to feel. I've had a few viewers ask me about it in the comments section. In case you're wondering where I get a lot of my ideas for videos, that's where they come from you. So if there's something you have a question about and I don't already have a video about it, or you have some other video idea, feel free to just post it in the comments section. You never know, I might just take you up on it. Before we start, here are the conjugations in the present tense for the verb sentir. And just for anybody who's interested, I know people are at different levels when they watch the video. So if you don't already know how to conjugate this verb in the present tense, you might want to go ahead and take a screenshot or write them down. Now, I'm not going to give you a lot of time to write them down, okay? We're going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and start with just sentir, okay? This is to feel. And this is the one we would use to express anything, you know, we're feeling exterior, like siento el viento, I feel the wind. Desliza el dedo por el borde, puedes sentir la textura de la madera. Slide your finger along the border. Can you feel the texture of the wood? That type of feel. I don't think most students have trouble using sentir in that way. The problem seems to come up when we're talking about emotions. Should they use sentir or sentirse? So take a look at these two sentences on the screen. I feel sad and I feel sadness. Would you use sentir or sentirse to translate these? What would you do? Now, obviously, I can't hear you. I assume you're saying something back to your phone or your computer or your TV screen, however you're watching this video. I'm going to tell you how I would translate those. With I feel sad, definitely going to go with sentirse there, okay? But I have to conjugate it. So, me siento triste. Me siento triste. But with I feel sadness, definitely going to go with just plain old sentir. Siento tristeza. Siento tristeza. So does that clear it up for you? We just stop the video now? No? Need a little more explanation? All right. I'm going to make this real simple so it's easy for you to remember. You're going to be using sentir with nouns and sentirse with adjectives. So think about what you want to say in English. In our sample sentence, I feel sad. Sad is an adjective there, so I know I'm going to be using sentirse. In the other sample sentence, I feel sadness. Sadness is a noun, so I know it's just going to be sentir. So I feel happiness. Happiness is what? A noun. So it's siento felicidad. I feel happy. Me siento feliz or me siento contento. Piece of cake, right? If you want to ask somebody how they're feeling, which one do you think we're going to use? Sentirse. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo te sientes? How are you feeling? You want to go ahead and try some of these on your own? I'm going to give you the English, and then I'm going to wait 5 seconds, and then I'm going to give you the Spanish. Now, one of the viewers gave a great comment, and he says, hey, if you could have some kind of a countdown timer so we know how much time we have, we know if we want to pause the video, etc. So I thought, yeah, sure. So I'm going to go ahead and try that today. Why not? See, I do pay attention to your comments. All right. Let's go with the first one. You're going to translate, and these are going to get progressively more difficult. I'm just going to warn you. So, Juan feels sad. Juan se siente triste. Juan se siente triste. Maria feels depressed. María se siente deprimida. María se siente deprimida. I feel happy when I'm with my friends. Me siento feliz cuando estoy con mis amigos. Me siento feliz cuando estoy con mis amigos. This one's going to be tougher. I feel thankful for all of the support that I have received. Me siento agradecido por todo el apoyo que he recibido. Me siento agradecido por todo el apoyo que he recibido. Now, if you're talking about yourself and you're a female, then you would have agradecida. Agradecida, ending with an A, right? Here's the next one. I feel a lot of love for my children. Siento mucho amor por mis hijos. Siento mucho amor por mis hijos. Now you see that one is just sentir. Why? Because it's a noun, right? I feel a lot of love. Love is a noun, so we know it's going to be sentir. Now, another question you might have there is the por. Why is that por there? So let's go ahead and talk about it, right? One of the things that students often struggle with is when to use para, when to use por. In a situation like this where you're talking about you have some emotion for someone, right? Then it's always going to be por. And not just with this verb sentir. You may see it a lot with the verb tener. For example, I could say something like, I have a lot of respect for the veterans, okay? That's going to be por. I'm showing I have some kind of emotion and it's for that person. It's always going to be por. Tengo mucho respeto por los veteranos. See? Por. Now that you understand how to use por in that type of a sentence, I bet this one is going to seem much easier. I feel admiration for the teachers that dedicate themselves to inspiring their students. Now I know it's longer, but you've got this one, okay? You've got it. Siento admiración por los maestros que se dedican a inspirar a sus alumnos. Did you get that one? Did you remember to put the por in there? Because you're feeling admiration for them, right? So it's por. Siento admiración por los maestros, or if you put los profesores, that's fine too. Another thing I want to point out about this sentence, if you were struggling with some of the vocabulary, is that it's using a lot of cognate tricks, and it's actually using my favorite cognate trick, which is the tion cognate trick, that a lot of your words in English that end with tion can be converted into Spanish fairly easily. So admiration would become admiración, admiración. That's a pretty easy one, but you can actually take the tion cognate trick one step further and learn how to make verbs out of it. So let's take a look at dedicate, right? Can you think of a noun? Dedication. Okay, dedicación. And you can take that and make it a verb, dedicar. What you may not have known is this is actually a reflexive verb here, dedicarse. They're dedicating themselves. But that base verb, that dedicar, you can get without actually having to learn the word dedicar. Another one that's in there is inspiring. Inspiration, right? Inspiración. Once we have that, we can change it into a verb, inspirar. If you want to learn more about that particular cognate trick and how to convert a lot of your nouns and verbs into Spanish without actually having to learn those words, just go to the very first lesson in my series From Cero to Conversational, and I teach it in the very first lesson, okay? It's just really going to boost your Spanish, all right? All right, but the most important thing we have today is sentir works with nouns, sentirse with adjectives, right? That's most important. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, just do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. And until next time, hasta luego.